Hello warriors, I welcome you all to Phoenix CDS. These are some tips for the lecturette in the SSB interview. If you are old students, you can skip this as it is repetition in every video. And if you are a new student, you can pause and read these tips which will help you cover the lecturette with ease. Russia has been a long-standing and time-tested partner for India. Bilateral ties with Russia are a key pillar of India's foreign policy. Russia has played a significant role in its economic development and security. India-Russia ties have acquired a qualitatively new chapter with enhanced levels of cooperation taking place in almost all areas of bilateral relationship. India has long-standing and wide-ranging cooperation with Russia in the field of defense, which has evolved from a buyer-seller framework to one involving joint research, development and production of advanced defense technologies and systems. The BrahMos missile system is an example of this type of cooperation. Both sides acknowledge that given the respective sizes of the Indian and Russian economies, there is a vast potential for an increase in bilateral trade and investment. Making the economic partnership a strong pillar of the bilateral partnership, like other areas of cooperation, is a key priority for both governments. India considers Russia a time-tested ally from the Cold War era. However, the relations have taken a steep downfall over the past few years, as Russia builds closer ties with India's main rival, China, which have caused many geopolitical issues in the past few years. In part also because of the war against Ukraine. India has abstained from successful votes in the UN Security Council, General Assembly and Human Rights Council that condemned Russian aggression in Ukraine. It is important that India should bring the stalemate to a closure as soon as possible. As the quote by Lucretius goes, the fall of dropping water wears away the stone. India, with the world's second largest army, fourth largest air force and seventh largest navy, is trying to develop into a defense manufacturing hub, but it lacks a strong industrial base for military equipment, though things are getting better. Russia has been one of the largest arms exporters to India, even as Russia's share in Indian arms import fell by over 50% in the last 5-year period. Chinese aggression in the border areas of eastern Ladakh brought India-China relations to an inflection point, but also demonstrated that Russia can contribute to diffusing tensions with China. Russia has helped India in launching first two satellites, Aryabhat and Bhaskar, and has also helped in developing the cryogenic engine for heavy rockets. For India's ambitious mission Gaganyaan, astronauts are trained by Russia. Russian State Space Corporation Roscosmos and ISRO will cooperate on human spaceflight and satellite navigate program. Both sides carry out joint tri-service exercise Indra to strengthen field, marine and flight skills. Indian Army participates in exercise Zapad with Russia aimed at boosting anti-terror cooperation. Recently, both countries have also signed a program of cooperation in the field of defense for the next 10 years. There has been dissatisfaction with post-sale service and maintenance being offered by Russia. Moreover, India has also had concerns in the past regarding supply and servicing of defense supplies. Some of these include a 5-year delay in the delivery of INS Vikramaditya as well as its cost escalation. Relations with the US are the root of the conflict between India and Russian interests. As a result of this conflict, Moscow has turned more and more to China for assistance and a means of undermining American influence. India and Russia's relation cannot flourish on defense and historical linkages alone. With systematic changes underway in international relations, new dimensions of cooperation need to be found. On the whole, both India and Russia will have to learn to navigate their relation amidst challenges emerging not just from bilateral factors, but also regional and global ones. It's not in our interest to be tied down to exclusive relation because we have a tradition of strong ties with Russia. That should not become a burden or obstacle to an equally strong relation with the United States. I do not see our relation as a kind of zero-sum game. We are credible today as the voice of the Global South, and we have made our own evaluation over the years regarding the importance of this relation. It is a mistake to dumb down the ties with Russia to judge defense. We have an upswing in the economic part of the relations with Russia. Future of India-Russia relations is bright.